In this country, when ordinary people see a fire dragon, their first instinct is to run away. But this girl is not afraid at all. She even goes as far as to touch the fire dragon, knowing it won't harm her. After all, she has the ability to make friends with non-human creatures. When Naima was very young, the fire dragon had already acknowledged her as its master. However, Naima unexpectedly refused. The fire dragon accepted her decision and told her that if she ever needed it, it would always be there by her side. Before parting, the fire dragon gave Naima a small ball. This ball could change shape according to her thoughts and allowed her to contact the fire dragon, essentially a magical amulet. Using all her creativity, Naima turned the ball into a cute little backpack. After saying goodbye to the fire dragon, Naima's father became very worried about her because he knew that the palace would target her. The people in this country were greedy, and they would make Naima their target. Her father was deeply concerned and began to consider harsh measures to protect her. Soon after, Naima was summoned by the king. Even though she hadn't officially signed a contract with the fire dragon, the power she used already posed a significant threat to the kingdom. Worse still, there was a sinister priest who seemed to have an evil plan. When Naima tried to find out how to expose the deception, the prince noticed her emotions. He thought Naima was just bored and suggested that she go play with the white tiger. Naima was happy, though she didn't really care about the prince's suggestion. She was simply excited to interact with the fluffy animal. What was even more surprising was that Naima casually picked up a large piece of meat and went to feed it to the white tiger. Everyone was stunned, thinking that Naima's hands were magical. After Naima and the white tiger fell asleep, the discussions continued. The fire dragon could bring tremendous benefits to the entire kingdom. The people's standard of living would improve, and in wars, the fire dragon would be a powerful fighting force. Fortunately, Naima was fast asleep in the white tiger's arms, or she would have been heartbroken hearing these words. Naima slept for half the day, and when she finally woke up, the king came over and picked her up. The king said that from now on, Naima could come and go freely within the palace. The prince also welcomed her, then called over the second captain of the royal guard, Jern. The prince instructed Jern to take Naima to visit the dragon stables that day. Although Jern was reluctant, he could not defy the prince's orders. Soon, Jern took Naima there, where the leader of the dragon rider team greeted Naima, and Naima politely responded. The leader thought Naima was incredibly cute, but Jern couldn't stand the leader. The two of them seemed to have a grudge against each other, always competing for superiority. They were about to start fighting, but thankfully, Naima interrupted their argument. It was then that they remembered that Naima was there to see the dragons. The leader reminded Naima that she could only look at the dragons, not touch them, or they might eat her. It turned out that dragons really did exist in this world. The flying ones were called sky dragons, while the ones on the ground were called land dragons. Naima, at this moment, only wanted to touch these dragons. However, the leader would not allow it. Just then, Naima's backpack began to glow. All the dragons seemed to receive some kind of command, and they all stopped moving. They then walked towards Naima and stopped in front of her without any signs of aggression. Naima, not afraid, walked forward and called out to the dragons by name. To her surprise, the dragons seemed to recognize her and bent down to let her touch them. Due to the gemstones, the dragons were extremely friendly, and Naima could communicate with them. With the leader's permission, Naima climbed onto one of the dragon's backs. The dragon took her into the sky, and they played together. The dragon then took her to its home, where she played hide and seek with the baby dragons. Finally, the dragon swam with her on its back across the water. Naima spent a very joyful afternoon with the dragons. Jern was shocked when he saw this, and the white tiger was there too. Naima explained that the white tiger had come to take her home, and the other dragons were there to protect her. The leader was curious about Naima's identity, while Naima, having touched many animals that day, felt very happy.